For nearly as long as we've existed in human form, we've been sharing, consuming, and exchanging resources. People traded cattle and sheep as far back as 9000 BC. I guess we've come a long way from bartering livestock to buying underwear with a fake bush and digital products we can't even hold in our own hands. We don't just buy things we need anymore. We buy meanings, aesthetics, and values. That doesn't have to be a bad thing, but we also buy identities, tiny fragments of who we want to be. Shopping has become more than just an economic act. It's cultural, emotional, and symbolic. A way to participate in society and tell the world who we are. Hi, my name is Sophia, a fashion and culture enthusiast. I'm so happy to have you here. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about how shopping changed our culture, but also about how the culture of shopping changed. And just put some spotlights on a few different topics, as well as bring awareness to them. Let's start with shopping as a cultural ritual. For many, myself included, the mall has never been just a place to shop. It was a destination, something I would get ready for. I would pick my cutest outfit. I used to love going there with my best friends, for example. Spending hours trying on new makeup, new skincare, slipping into clothes we couldn't afford, and also meeting other girls doing the same. Or going with my mom. Saturday shopping trips, even if it was just for groceries, was our little ritual. Our time to talk, laugh, and also annoy each other. For me, it wasn't really about buying something, but being there together with another person, enjoying all the nice things together. The mall was a place of comfort, almost like my childhood room, just louder, brighter, and full of possibilities. But what's also true is that shopping has always been about cultural performance. Where we shop and what we shop says a lot about who we are or who we want to be. Try this little exercise for yourself. Where do you buy your groceries? Where do you buy your clothes or your skincare? Is it luxury? Is it the high street? Is it vintage? Online or in store? Every choice sends a signal. Maybe you go to Ralph Lauren buying a vest and a shirt because you want to say, hey, I've made it. I'm in the financial bubble. Or you wear Tabby's and Rick Owens to tell the world, hey, I get fashion. And even if you think you're not interested in fashion at all, you're still communicating. Think about that scene from The Devil Wears Prada.
You know, it's just that both those belts look exactly the same to me. You know, I'm still learning about this stuff and,
This stuff? Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue, it's not turquoise, it's not lapis, it's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns. And then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets? I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
You picked that color for a reason. You picked those trousers for a reason. Maybe they're comfortable, maybe they fit your job, maybe it was simply what was available. But you choose, because clothes, whether we like it or not, are language. There is a dress code for a funeral, a suit for a job interview, and a specific look for belonging or rebellion. What we wear tells stories about who we are, where we came from, and where we want to go. Shopping is not just about buying, it's about what we want to say, even if it's unconsciously. But as our lives moved online, so did our identities and our shopping habits.
I mean, I get up.
At malls anymore, we scroll through them. The places that used to bring us together physically now exist online. Endless, personalized, and always open. Today, while in-store shopping is still where most of us get our things, sales through online shops keep rising, and it makes sense. First, it's convenient. You need something right now? It's raining outside, it's Sunday and the stores are closed, you're sick or simply busy working? Then just open your laptop, open Amazon, and find whatever you want. Thousands of options, reviews, and comparisons. It's efficient, it's easy, it's frictionless. Second, availability. We carry stores in our pockets now. Our phones are with us all the time. And if not our phone, it's the computer at work. Shopping has become a round-the-clock activity. And not only that, but whatever it is we're searching, we can find it somewhere on the internet. You don't have the problem that you need one very specific item and you just can't find it in your town. And all of that leads me to my third point. Because we're constantly on our phones, we're constantly consuming some form of media, which is somewhat both a blessing and a curse, even though I guess it's more of a curse if you ask me. The blessing, we can find the very best product for us. May it be about the price or the quality or the very specific thing we're looking for. We can get honest reviews and real recommendation from real people. The curse, content and commerce are slowly merging into one, especially on TikTok with TikTok Shop, where normal people like you and me sell different items every single day through short videos that keep coming into our feeds. And those videos don't feel like commercials. They're not super glossy, super expensively well made. There's just someone in their bedroom saying, "Oh, I really love this piece, even though I never actually tried it, or even though this is my first time trying it." And we believe them because they're so authentic to us. Make no mistake, it's marketing just in a new language. And thanks to the algorithm, we don't even have to think, oh, what is something that I could need? What is something that I may want? We don't even have to search anymore. No, the products find us. That's how microtrends like tomato girl, clean girl, mob wife go viral overnight. And they all come with a shopping list attached. Because if you've been in your clean girl era for 6 months, and now it's mob wife season, suddenly you need a whole new wardrobe and apparently a new personality to match. Well, thank God for Zara, Shein and H&M who bring all those things so quickly to us. Basically, where I'm going is the algorithm doesn't just curate our feeds, it also curates our taste, which is why it's so hard to actually find your personal style, even though there are plenty of videos on YouTube about the topic, because even if you search on Pinterest and think you get all the things in that you actually like personally, it's still somewhat of an algorithm and still somewhat what is trendy. Now, let's get into some, I would say, dangerous territory. And let me start this with a story out of my childhood once again. Maybe you did this as a kid too. There was this thing that you really, really wanted. For me, it was the Nintendo. And to get it, you had to wait and save, find ways to earn extra money. And today, I feel like this is somewhat gone, at least in some contexts. There is no waiting, no building up, no emotional connection, just instant gratification. If we see something expensive now, let's say a special dress, maybe your wedding dress or a prom dress, something slightly out of budget, we can still get it, but not through waiting and saving and earning extra money, but through paying in installments with Klarna. And let's add 3 similar dresses while we're at it. There's nothing special about it anymore, and we completely lose touch with clothing. That also has something to do with losing the respect for a craft that can't be done without humans. Respect for how the clothes are made, for the people who make them, and also for the people who then have to take care of the clothes that we don't need anymore, that we just fly somewhere else. We've lost touch with how it feels to actually make something. A $10 Shein t-shirt makes you forget that there is actually a person working for it. Someone who is working hours to make that t-shirt and probably isn't even getting paid fairly. Also, we've turned shopping into a coping mechanism.
Are you free? It's an emergency.
Bad day.
You can't even imagine.
Feeling stressed? Scroll. Feeling lonely? Add to cart. It's emotional regulation disguised as self-expression. And on top of that, we've developed this mindset of future me will pay for it. This is a future me problem, right? Klarna and other buy now pay later services change how our brain experiences spending. You don't feel the loss of money instantly. So it feels like you're not spending at all. Until, of course, you are. I mean, at the beginning of this year, also last year, and maybe even now, we saw so many videos about low buy and no buy years, which actually I think that is a great concept. And it was often to save money to pay off debt that came from over-consuming fashion and beauty in the first place. One example I want to mention is Alicia Berman. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. She's a creative director in the fashion and beauty industry, and starting in 2024, she took her audience on TikTok along to tackle $48,000 worth of credit card debt. I think I've been following her ever since she started doing those becoming debt-free videos. And what I specifically liked and still like about her content is that, at least from what I can tell, of course, I feel like she's super transparent on how she got there, but also how she wants to deal with it now. She is debt-free now, by the way, but she still posts videos on fashion and beauty. So if you want to follow her, if you're interested in that topic, I would definitely recommend her. I really like her videos and her vibe. Now, obviously, I don't want to put her or anyone on the spot here. It just underlines my point that fashion has somewhat become a form of self-regulation and as a form of therapy. And we keep getting sucked deeper and deeper into this hole of emotional spending. I'm not here putting myself on a pedestal here, by the way. I love fashion, I love clothes, I love accessories, shoes specifically. I love magazines, I love books, and I love to own all of those things. And when I'm bored or stressed, my finger is on the Vinted app faster than anywhere else. And because I know this behavior so well from myself, I want to bring a little bit more awareness to it. And I'm going to talk about my thoughts on a solution maybe at the end of the video. Before I do that, I do want to spotlight a little bit of a darker topic surrounding fashion. And I know we've all heard about it, but obviously we've all haven't heard it enough, myself included. So I do want to bring it up one more time. Because our culture of abundance creates someone else's culture of waste. And as quality keeps decreasing, with most clothing being made out of plastic to some extension, even luxury houses aren't spared. I think we've all seen the video by now of Wisdom Kane and his Miu Miu vest. It's a perfect example of how the promise of luxury doesn't mean quality anymore. Trends are rotating faster than ever, and we're constantly tempted to buy into a new aesthetic every few weeks. And here's exactly the irony. We know how harmful the fashion industry is to the planet and to the people making it. We know about the pollution, the exploitation, the landfills overflowing with clothing we barely even wore. We know it all, but we look away. Because it's easier to scroll, easier to click add to cart, easier to feel good in the moment than to actually take responsibility. And I'll say it again, this isn't me lecturing anyone. I'm part of this too. For nearly as long as we've existed, we've been exchanging goods, meanings, symbols. Today, we no longer trade cattle or sheep. We trade aesthetics, belongings, and identity. But in this constant exchange, we keep forgetting about who actually made our clothes. Now, I want to say a few thoughts at the end on how we maybe can escape this cycle at least a little bit. And I think the only solution we truly have is to get off our phones. We just have to get off our phones. There are so many places to get fashion inspiration from. Look, I have several interests. Most of them include being online. This, for example. And while I'm doing it, if I'm being completely honest, I usually have a tab open of Vinted or Vestiaire or just Pinterest. We have to get off our phones, but we also just have to be a little bit more meaningful about our consumption. I'm not here to tell you stop shopping altogether. It's not realistic at all. To be honest, I don't think doing a year-long no-buy is the solution for this problem. Because if you restrict yourself too much, you're just gonna end up consuming even more to get over this hole you created for yourself in this time where you couldn't consume. I think fashion is beautiful. I love the whole fashion world. It's so amazing. There are so many great things about it. And I wouldn't want this taken away from me, but I do think that we all have to be a little bit more mindful. With that being said, I hope you could get something away from this video. I'll be so happy if you just click the like and subscribe button and maybe even hit that notification bell. Let me know in the comments if you liked this video, if you have something to add, maybe another idea, and then I'll be so happy to have you back next time. Thank you, bye!